Hello Celtic fan. A breaking piece of news has just emerged about the name set to take charge of Celtic, and this revelation arrived with such force that it has already stirred the supporters and ignited the backstage atmosphere at Parkhead in a way nobody expected. The story hit the web like a bomb and spread quickly because it directly involves the race for the new manager, bringing to light high financial figures, internal pressures, and a public charge that places the board in a delicate position. Before revealing the details of this negotiation, which involves million-pound figures and a heavy discussion around ambition and investment, it is essential that you leave your like on the video to help the channel keep bringing everything firsthand. The strongest name at the moment is Kieran McKenna, the Ipswich Town manager who has already proven to be one of the most promising coaches in England and who currently earns an estimated £5 million a year, a figure that immediately sparked debate about how far Celtic are willing to go. DL raised the question many supporters also have: will the board truly pay what is required to bring someone of this level to Glasgow, especially considering the conservative stance of recent years? Cy Ferry responded forcefully by reminding everyone that the club have £90 million sitting untouched in the bank and still showed no boldness in the last transfer window, something that contributed to widespread frustration among fans. He stressed that if McKenna is indeed the main target, it makes no sense to hesitate, since the manager is the central figure of any long-term sporting project. James McFadden added that Brendan Rodgers once earned similar figures, showing that Celtic have already made a major investment in the recent past. The discussion spread quickly across the internet, reigniting the demand for a more aggressive and more fitting posture for a club of Celtic's size, especially after a season marked by criticism regarding lack of ambition. Supporters are divided between believing the board will finally take the step required or fearing the club will repeat the pattern of waiting too long and acting too little. Comparisons with what rival clubs are doing also fuel the debate and increase the sense of urgency to define the new manager as soon as possible. McKenna, with his modern style and rapid rise in England, appears as the choice that would please a large portion of the fan base, but his high cost directly challenges Celtic's current financial philosophy. Now, with pressure rising on all sides, the club knows each move will be scrutinised closely and that this decision may define the direction of the next season. Leave your opinion in the comments and say whether you believe it is worth breaking the bank to bring in McKenna or if Celtic should look for a more affordable alternative. The fact is that this discussion has stopped being merely an internal debate and has become a public outcry that places the board before a clear choice between boldness and complacency. Celtic's future depends directly on the decision that will be made in the coming days, and the supporters are more attentive than ever. Comment below if you believe that this time the club will finally act like the giant of Scottish football it is.